Hey everyone, my name is Mars, like the planet, and this is Housewarmin. Me and my partner have just purchased our very first home, so if you're interested in design, homemaking, and figuring it all out, make sure you subscribe. Today, we're going to talk about the Kova sofa from Albany Park. I have had this sofa for 6 months, and I have asked all of my friends to sit on it. I've asked my partner what she thought about it, and I have the pros and cons of this sofa. But first, let me show you what our sofa normally looks like. So this is what our Kova sofa normally looks like. It's kind of flat. It needs to be fluffed up. There's stuff on it. The storage box is open. So let's clean this up right quick. Okay, so before we get into the pros and cons, if you are unfamiliar with Albany Park, let me cut to me from the past explaining exactly who Albany Park is. It is a Black-owned furniture retailer. So they have 3 different collections for sofas. They have the Kova, the Albany, and the Park collection. Now we have the Albany collection downstairs. This is the Kova collection. And they also offer free shipping. Now, Albany Park is not paying me to say any of this. They do not know I exist. I just love supporting Black-owned furniture brand. We got it in this beautiful charcoal gray color. We got the chair, the corner, and the ottoman, as well as a storage box to put blankets in. If you're wondering what the difference in the collections are, the Albany collection is firmer, and that's the one that we have downstairs, and it's way more structured. It gives a more mid-century modern look, while the Kova is more of a dupe for the cloud sofa. Like I said, this sofa comes in a beautiful charcoal gray color, but there are also other colors and really fun colors if you're interested in pops of color in your living room. So I have had this sofa for a little over 6 months. Have my opinions changed about it? Kinda, but I have asked all of my friends to sit on it as well as my partner, and I have gathered all of their pros and cons. I do not gain anything from talking about Albany Park to you or anything like that. I'm just simply making this video because I know that Albany Park is a company that is not well known because they are only online and they are a newer brand to come out. Now, with that being said, you deserve a sofa that works for you. Just because a sofa works for me does not mean that it's going to work for you. I know it is so frustrating because you cannot go in store to sit on these sofas and think that a sofa is going to be perfect for you. You pay all of this money, you get the sofa, you put it together, and you hate it and you have to return it. Trust me, I understand. I know that it's frustrating. So I just want to tell you that if you do not like this sofa, send it back and get your money back. Do your research, get a lot of opinions. If you have purchased from Albany Park, I encourage you to leave the good, bad, and the ugly in the comments down below, just so that other people that come across this video can make a good decision when purchasing from Albany Park. So let's get into the pros and cons. So I'm gonna start off with the cons right away, and then we're gonna end on a high note. So I have all of them written down right here. So the first con that I have heard and I have experienced that this sofa is pretty hard in some sections. So since this sofa is purely just made out of cushions, when the cushions separate, you are sitting on a box, you are sitting on wood, so it is very uncomfortable. If you were to lay across this sofa, you can definitely feel where parts are more comfortable and parts are not as comfortable. The next con is that this is not good for a high traffic area. If you are putting this in your main living room, I really would not recommend this. This is more of a lounging sofa. I would put this in a secondary living room or a playroom. We have this in our game room. This is not a sofa that I'd really recommend for everybody or in a main part of your home. The next con is that Albany Park has their furniture put together with brackets. So I think they think that this is an easier way to put together furniture because you're not screwing things in. You don't have to have any tools or anything like that. The brackets just kind of slide together. But with that being said, the next con is that it is very hard to put together if you are not used to that. Since this was our second sofa from Albany Park, we were expecting it and used to it. But the first time that we got our sofa downstairs from Albany Park, we were like, what the heck is this? Like, I don't know what this, I have no idea what this is. So you will need 2 people to put together this sofa just because you're essentially lining up 2 brackets to slide together. I saw comments on the first video about Albany Park, people saying that it was very hard for them to put together. And I do not think think that this is a sofa that you can put together by yourself just because you're lining up 2 sets of brackets to put it together. The next con is that this sofa is down stuffed. So that means that it is stuffed with feathers. So this sofa is going to need to be fluffed constantly. Now, while this sofa is easy to fluff, this is something that you're going to need to do often, but I think that comes with the territory of getting a cloud sofa. This sofa is something that you're going to need to fluff weekly, if not every few days, if you sit on it a lot. It is not going to stay firm. It is not going to stay fluffed up for you. You're going to have to fluff it often. I found that it's easy to just shake around the pillows as well as the cushions, and they fluff back up very nicely, but they do have a tendency to get flat. If that's something that you're just not looking into, then I would not recommend this sofa at all. But I will say that most down stuffed pillows as well as sofas are going to need to be fluffed. If that's not something that you're into, then I would say stay away or steer clear from down sofas to begin with. So let's get into the pros of this sofa. So first of all, this sofa is modular, and I really like that because you can move around the pieces easily. And with that being said, the next pro is that it is very lightweight. So it is super easy to move around if you need to reconfigure it into a more bed-like shape, or if you have company coming over and you need to move it around, it is super easy to do so. The next pro is that this sofa is easy to fluff. Even though this is a down stuffed sofa and you do have to fluff it often, I will say that it is super easy. All you do is give it a little shake, maybe once a week, and it is perfectly back to normal and super easy to sit on. I will say that this probably only needs to take one person to do. It's not like you have to pull apart the sofa or anything like that. The cushions easily come off, they easily slide off, and you can give them a good shake and they're perfectly back good again. The next pro is that the back of the sofa is pretty wide, so you can sit things on the back of the sofa. We've put our laptop on the back of the sofa and haven't had it fall off, so I will say that that's a good thing if you need to sit phones up there or if you need to put a charging port. It's super wide in the back, so you can sit things on there. The next pro is that it is made of a super tough material. I do not feel like this is too thin. I don't feel like it feels very high quality to me. I think that if you are spending over thousands of dollars on a sofa, it better be high quality. And I do think that I don't have to worry about it snagging or coming apart. The stitching feels very high quality and the material feels very, very tough. Not in a like rough type of way, but it just feels sturdy and like it's gonna hold up. The next pro is that this sofa is firm. I will say that one of my friends has back issues, so she really likes this sofa because she's not just sinking into it. I think that she likes the firmness, and she said that she can also use the pillows to cushion herself a little bit because they kind of form to her body. So she does like that about the sofa. Also, I will say lastly that this sofa is great if you are taller, if you are bigger. I am 5'10" and I can easily stretch out on this sofa. I have friends that are plus size and we can all sit on this sofa comfortably and fit and just lounge around, and all of us are comfortable sitting for hours on it. So that does it for all my pros and cons about the Kova sofa after 6 months. Now don't worry, after a year I will come back and tell you my complete thoughts about this sofa. What do you think about this sofa? I know some people love it. I know some people hate it. Let me know down below because I want people to see the truth about this sofa, whether it's good or whether it's bad. Let me know down below what you think of it if you are considering ordering from Albany Park. I post new videos every single Wednesday, so I will see you guys next week. Bye.